Alright, guitar talk number 4. So I said in the last video that I'll continue on the topic on sequencing 4-note arpeggios in positional playing, but nag-practice ko kanina and nalingaw ko ka ng note grouping, so I just thought nga mo na lang ako i-share karon very quickly. So basically, note groupings similar to sequences, but instead of following a pattern 4 notes at a time, 3 notes at a time, you have a pattern that repeats after a set number of notes. So for example, note grouping 5 or 5-note grouping, after 5 notes you repeat the pattern again. So let's just take a look at some very few examples on note groupings 1 to 9. Actually, for note grouping 1, it's not a pattern. Okay, if you have 1 note, it's not a pattern. So let's take a look at, let's just start at note grouping 3. So basically, note grouping 3 notes, then you repeat it over and over again, and I'll just demonstrate it quickly in ascending order in one position. So very simply, note grouping 3, 1, 2, 3 notes. So that's 1, 2, 3, and you repeat that over and over again. Muna siyang note grouping a 3. Not that interesting because mura siya ascending scale. But let's take a look at a 4-note grouping. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And by the way, you can make your own pattern, and this is the beauty of this. So that was the 4-note grouping pattern, and you repeat that over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connected. Muna siya. So it gets interesting as the number of notes increases. So let's take a look at note grouping 5. So the pattern that I like for note grouping 5 is this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it again in the next set of 2 strings. Connect it. You build up speed. So let's take a look at note grouping 6. So 6 notes this time. The pattern that I'm working on right now is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat that again. So this works well with or played as triplets. So oops. So note grouping 6. I don't quite practice note grouping 7, but let's take a look at 7-note pattern. So let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's try to play that in 16 notes. So nindot ang mga odd groupings played at 16 notes kay mura siya sama more offset siya ba, but after one measure kay mura makompleto ra siya. So 7 7, I think you play that 4 times or 2 times, then an additional 2 notes para makompleto ang 16 notes. So anyway, this is the 7-note grouping. next one is note grouping 8. So let's try to play an 8-note grouping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the pattern that I like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So ano siya? So and the last one is note grouping 9 because I don't quite practice note grouping 10, but you can make a 10 note group pattern or 11, 12, how many you like. But sa pagkakaroon kay murag 9 na ko to ako na practicean. So ganahan ko sa 9 kay if you play 9 notes as triplets, mura siya 1.5 of a quarter note. So mura siya mo offset siya sa next time you play it, which has a very cool effect. So I have a couple, but let me just show you one. Okay, so this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You just play it in every string. The same pattern. You connect it and play it as triplets. So nakanindot niya once you combine, or you can combine all sorts of note groupings and just play around with them. So to make cool runs. So muna siyang note groupings. Just want to share that idea, right?